Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Before we get into this, I apologize for the phone audio. It's going to be here throughout the majority of the video, and you may see I'm here, I'm sitting, I'm at my desk, at my setup. You see the background, and you may be wondering, why are we on the phone and not on our webcam? Because there's currently no computer back there. Now, for about a week or so, and for another few days, my entire family is out of town right now. There is no one here, and for a kid who does not like taking his trash can out once a week, I've kept the house fairly clean. Apart from all of this back here. And the dishes I haven't done yet. Now, you may be looking at all of this and all of my terrible lighting and thinking, what the fuck is going on over here? Why? Just for what reason? What happened? Why is your old mangled computer parted out over here and your newer hand-me-down computer just completely destroyed? Well, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm simply tired of waiting, okay? I ordered my new computer in the middle of February. We're now in the beginning of April. Oh yes, ordering a custom pre-built computer online, custom configuration. I'm just letting someone else build it, basically. Yeah, it's gonna take a while, all right? It's gonna take a bit. It was averaged to be shipped to me sometime at the end of March. We're now at the beginning of April, and the main reason everything is basically taking so long is because obviously I opted to upgrade for a 30 series graphics card. I tried building my own before. Obviously, I had my entire parts list picked out and I couldn't find a graphics card anywhere, not a single 30 series card. The only ones you can find are like the 3090s because they're like $4,000 upcharges right now. So I went with the pre-built manufacturer. I bought my computer from CyberPower, I believe. Yeah, CyberPower. And everything's been going great. It's going smooth. Like even connection with them and talking to them has been going just amazing. But I'm, for right now at least, tired of waiting, and I'm just itching to do something. Back here with the Aurora R7 Alienware PC, it's starting to die, alright? It's like a 5-6-year-old computer that was my friend's originally. He didn't really actually use it all that much. It kind of sat around for quite a while until he decided to hand it down to me, basically, and it's starting to die. The motherboard is quite literally dying. So that was the main reason I bought my new computer. This one's having a few problems. I've troubleshooted it, got it down to the fact that the motherboard is giving out. Like, to power on the computer right now, I need to hold the button down on the back of the power supply, then hold down the button on the front of the computer, and after about 2 minutes, it'll finally decide, oh, okay, I'll turn on. So what I've decided to do is take my old computer back here and the Alienware computer and basically swap all of the main components from this Alienware computer, which are miles better than my old computer, and basically put them all onto that old motherboard. Everything works, everything is compatible. The only thing I've run into so far is basically just the size. This case had a lot more, doesn't have a whole lot more space, but it had more space than my old one. The Alienware PC here had the GTX 1070 right here on the table, and already back over in that computer case is the i7 8700K. Hi kitty, what's up? You tracked in the puppy. Oh, in the new one. Hi Dakota. Now, everything I'm trying to do of basically moving components from here over to here sounds pretty easy so far. I mean, you might even be able to tell already what the problem is. But everything was going all fine and dandy until I figured out that I could not fit the AIO water block from the Alienware computer into my old case. It didn't fit. The tubes just were not long enough to really make it anywhere. I could have removed these brackets here and put the radiator up front, but then the AIO tube, it wouldn't have been able to reach all the way over here to the CPU. I could have mounted it here from the top. It all fit right here. The only thing was the radiator was too big. There is not enough space up at the top here for it to all fit. So I found myself in a bind and decided to eat the bullet, and I was just gonna stick the radiator right there on the back. Everything fit, I got it all bolted in, and then I realized that just by a few centimeters, the water block still couldn't reach. So basically, I was in the bind of figure out something I could do with the old water block, buy a new one, or use the really, really old one I have that is broken and still has my old i5 CPU chilling on top of it. Honestly, just with the parts I had, I could have used this, but younger me didn't realize, let me see if I can get it on camera here. Younger me did not realize how these little prong thingies worked. As you can see on the one over here where I'm tapping my finger, that one's full, it's all good. This smaller one by my thumb is broken. So rather than have that thing dangling around in there, I opted to figure out what I could do with the old water block. Because I mean, having a water cooled, having the radiator, that would have looked a lot cooler. Especially with the super cool alien decal on the top of it. And while I was looking at all this stuff, I figured out that this tube here is actually way shorter than this one here. This one's a lot longer. And I figured that basically if I had flip-flopped them, then the tubes would have ended up reaching, because the way longer tube was on the inside with the smaller tube reaching over the top. So what I tried doing here was swapping which tube went where. So you can see one is broken. Now, to the homies on Discord that I was in while doing all of this, it was to your understanding that it just didn't fit and I was giving up and going with a different cooler. I broke it. Don't worry, it wasn't in the computer at all or anything when it snapped. I took it all back out after mounting it in, and I basically just tried to see, oh, hey, can I flop these? It went a little something like this, where I was looking at it, and I was just kind of playing with like, oh, do these come out? And I guess I just used a bit too much force, and this came right off. I dumped coolant all over myself, and it made a huge mess on the table. Thankfully, it didn't get on anything. Nothing was touched by any of this, so we're all good in that department. Everything is a-okay. I think about the only real lethal thing here is just the amount of dust that is both all over me and like quite literally everywhere. So both this radiator and water block, both done. Right now they're just out of the picture. So I ran on over to Best Buy and we grabbed this Cooler Master Hyper 12 212 Black Edition cooler. There's absolutely nothing special about this. It's fairly standard cooler. It's gonna fit in there perfectly. Yeah, that'll work. So this guy was a little bigger than I thought he was gonna be, but he'll still be able to fit in there vertically. Might look a little weird, but we'll have another fan up front, feeding the front fan here some air, and then blowing it out the back, we'll have another exhaust fan chilling. It'll be nice and it'll be good. Now again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not some sort of tech wizard. I don't know what I'm doing exactly. Will it work? Yes, I know that much. Is this the most optimal way for cooling and performance? Definitely not, but we'll be okay. I'm in fact no way a professional here, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, as you can tell by the fact that I have to remove my motherboard again so I can properly install this cooler. So if you're actually looking for any genuine help, I would recommend looking at literally anyone else on the internet. Linus Sex Tips, BitThiddle, Withthiddle, Birthology Technology. Yeah, that's another completely butchered, made up computer YouTuber. And once again, just in case you were for some reason doubting my incompetence of me not knowing what I'm doing, I could have simply done this instead of removing and then reinstalling my motherboard. All right, so right here, as you can see, we got the little brackets on either side of the cooler here, and on the inside, we got these little prong guys sticking up now. We got the back plate on, so it's all gonna actually hold on there and it'll all fit and work properly and not fall apart, hopefully. And in the box, we got a little thingy, thermal paste. I'm gonna use this Cooler Master brand, apart from, where did I put it? The Corsair brand I bought at Best Buy as well, because I didn't know that this was going to come with its own thermal paste. This is garbage. Don't use it. If it has the name Focus. If the brand name Corsair is on any thermal paste, stay away from it. It will quite literally just, if you want to drop your fire mixtape in this computer, this is pretty good for it. But all jokes aside, genuinely, like this stuff right here, the Corsair branded thermal paste, if it would, focus, there it is complete garbage. The TM30, whatever the other one is that they had at Best Buy, they're all bad. All my friends have used them. They have not had good experiences. Even looking online, the reviews were not very good. All right, please let us not make fun at how much thermal paste I put on here. All right, I'm not a professional, like I said before. I'm just gonna go for the little dot guy in the middle. All right, hopefully that's good enough. It'll spread fairly evenly. Bum, bum, ba-dum. I hope this is a good camera angle because I'm only doing this once. Bum, and we're down. All right, and there it is. It's in, solid, good. Now it is simply time to take everything here, put it all back together. So, see you then. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Everything is plugged in, everything is in place. It's time for the first startup. I'm a little scared, because I don't know what the fuck it is I'm doing, if I'm being quite honest. Like I said, I am in no way a professional. I have worked on my computer before. I've worked on the old one, the Aurora back here. I've done little small things, but I've never fully taken it apart and then fully put it back together. So I'm a little bit scared. I really don't know what to expect. Let's go for it. Oh, okay. Beautiful. That is a loud ass fan, but it is on and it's working. Yeah, okay, so this fan here is the fan from the radiator on the old radiator. So he's up here now. I got the fan that normally was back here that came with the case up in the front here. So for the first time ever, this case actually has a fan in the front side. Before, it's always just been the one fan in the back, exhaust fan, doing it all. So now this guy's back here, Cooler Master's right here, and we got an intake fan up front now. I'll probably order another fan though. This thing is loud. I'm gonna, hold on, let me put the dog's barking outside. Let me put this guy. Let me grab the side panel and put it on real quick. All right, so side panel's on. This guy's still pretty loud. It quite literally sounds like a train. It is chugging along right now, but it looks okay. Nice, tidy, you can't see in. Don't worry about how dirty and scratched up this is. This case has been just sitting in the corner of my room collecting dust for about a year and a few months now. So, power this guy down. I'm gonna assume he was making a lot of background noise. So, left over, we have one of the worst cases I think I've ever seen in my entire life. Not only is it ridiculously ugly from a visual standpoint, but working inside this thing fucking sucks. No, this is yikes. I guess if I wanted, I could also actually take the little Wi-Fi dude. Yeah, that's a little Wi-Fi guy right there. Put Wi-Fi on that build as well if I wanted to. We have the old motherboard. I don't know what this is, what kind of Alienware Dell branded motherboard this is. You can look it up. It's an Aurora R7 from like, what, 2014, 2015. I will miss my LED side panels. You know, that was pretty cool. I have this guy left over. What is this? I apologize for the glare, but we got some HyperX Fury DDR4 RAM. This is a 16 gig stick rated at, 20, yeah, why, no. I think my friend gave this to me actually from one of his old pre-built computers. 16 gigs is a lot of RAM. But as you can see, this guy, yeah, no, you are not, I don't think I'd put you in my first slot. Oh yeah, and then we got my boy over here chilling, the i5 8600K. Is it a K? I think it's just an 8600. 8400, you can see it's still got thermal paste gross stuff on it. He's gonna chill right here. I don't know what I'll do with him. It's a good chip, it's solid. I just don't have a use for it. And then this thing. That came with the Alienware PC. This is, I think, 8 gigs of something. I don't know. There it is on the back, 8 gigs, one stick, clocked slow as shit as well. There's another one somewhere. It's lost somewhere in my room because I haven't had that in any of these computers. I think I had it on that motherboard just to put it somewhere. That was basically the only reason it was there. And then we also got this old guy, this power supply from the Alienware. I was supposed to give this back to my friend once my new PC got here, but I think I'm just gonna give him that if I do. Like, this case, it sucks, it's ugly, it's horrendous. I love that case. That's the whole one of the main reasons I decided to put everything back over here. This was my very first computer case. I had all of this was basically my first computer. I've loved this computer for years, almost a decade now. And I don't want to get rid of this case. That's why it just keeps sitting in my room. And that was basically what fueled today's project. Was I wanted to put everything back in this case and use that computer, that case again. So, all right, I have talked far long enough. So I'm gonna come in here. I think setup is all jumbled. Still a lot of cords and stuff everywhere now. I might even move it. I think I might move it. My little puppy. She's so adorable. She's so cute. She's a lot. She's a handful. I'll make a video with you soon. So, as you can see, we're here. We're back, and I decided to move the setup around, well, to an entirely new house. I'm not going to go into that right now. You guys will maybe get a second video. I don't know. It depends on, well, how much time I continue to have. COVID break part 2, ladies and gentlemen. But anyways, the computer you just saw me butcher back together is not actually the one I'm recording on right now. We have a new computer. The obviously one I was talking about that was getting sent to me finally came in. But the computer you did see me put together right there was an absolute blast to do. And dude, it worked. Like, obviously, I didn't get this computer here that I'm using right now, like, immediately after I finished putting that back together. That computer stood me all the way. It still works. I have it. It's chilling over my closet right now. I mean, the only thing it needs, realistically, is just a graphics card. That's the only thing that computer doesn't have because, well, my second one is in here. I still got the 1050 slapped into this other beefy boy over here just because I have 5 different displays. And while having a 30 series graphics card is amazing, the display ports, the HDMI ports, they're still kind of limited, so it kind of needs a little bit of help. But when it came to actually setting that computer back up, I was freaking out, okay? Because when I initially tried starting that computer before I even, actually was recording. I hit the power button and it didn't turn on. I don't remember what it was. Obviously, this was, and this is actually, at this point, it's months ago that I ended up doing that. I did that back in, March or April. And currently, we sit here in, the middle/end of September. I forgot to hit fucking play on my cat videos, damn it. But for some reason, I can't remember that the computer ended up not working. I think I just plugged the actual power cable onto the motherboard. I think I put it in the wrong area, or so I mixed something up down there. I want to say that's what it was. And because I remember going back and fiddling and fixing all those little cables. Then it finally turned on. I was so thankful. But when I actually went and fully plugged the computer back in, I had my displays in, I had my peripherals, I was ready to launch it and reinstall Windows because I think I reset it too. I ended up doing all that and getting to that point to reinstall Windows, and
I don't remember what it was, but I couldn't install it properly. And like the worst part about it too was just the fact that my dad like is an actual, like he worked in IT for years. He knows a lot about computers, so I couldn't even ask him for help because my entire family was gone on vacation. I remember like that night once I finally finished and started plugging it in and I couldn't actually boot up and install and get into Windows, I was freaking out. I was like, dude, they're not gonna be back for like a week. I'm not gonna have my computer. I'm not gonna have anything. Like I wasn't even gonna be able to do my homework, my schoolwork. Thankfully though, I ended up getting it the next day. I don't remember how. I remember I ended up doing some weird stuff and I got to interesting different menus and I finally troubleshooted whatever it was my problem was. I was able to install Windows. I was able to boot up, get in, reinstall everything. We were golden. And then honestly, yeah, after that, the computer didn't have any problems. It was a lot of fun to do. I mean, I like really enjoyed putting that computer together. I've had so many times afterwards where I have just like even just yesterday, I was bored. I was like, I want to just build a computer. Obviously, it's not like I have the money for that, nor do I still have enough parts laying around that are different that I can go in and have fun with, but we got the new computer over here that's, I mean, what is it? So we have a 30 series graphics card paired with an, oh shoot, i9 10, like 750KF? I can't remember what it is exactly. I have to look it up. I'll do it later though. If you guys do end up getting another video for me, it's gonna be something with that computer. I mean, I've missed making videos, honestly, and like I don't know, I still don't have anything to make it like videos on. It sucks, but I was like, I have this video and it needs an outro still, so here I am. But the Frankenstein build that you guys saw was so much fun. I want to like look in and see if there's anything else I can make videos on like that was like this, or try and find other ideas of just like, I don't know, stuff that's just not games, because video games blow. Yeah, you got Vanguard. I can't even play Vanguard because of the terrible amount of lag I have. All right, I have a little USB adapter plugged into this computer because in the new house, I don't have wired internet right now. But yeah, I've been like able to play some games. Vanguard, unfortunately, not one of them. But dude, with the amount of sun glares and glaring problems, I don't think I'd be playing it all too much right now anyways. But anyways, that's going to do it for me, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any video recommendations or anything, if you guys have stuck around, if there was anyone that saw this upload and was like, oh my god, he posted something, thank you. But a lot has happened in life. Maybe I'll make like, I don't know, an update video, as cringe, as weird as that sounds to me. But I don't know, maybe I'll make something like that. I'll probably make something about the house, or like the new computer that we got over here that replaced the old one, or I don't know. I miss making videos, I really do. It's a lot of fun. I have time right now. Yeah, school's coming back, but with that, I'll be working a little bit less, so maybe I'll have more time here or something. I don't know. I just want to do videos again, or do something like creative. I love doing this kind of stuff. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. If you're new here, feel free to go on down there, hit that subscribe button. I know you have no rights to trust me that I'll ever upload again, but I probably will upload something again here pretty soon. I miss making videos. It's something I'll get back to at least a little bit in the next couple of days or weeks here. Feel free to hit the like button, drop some comments down below if you have any recommendations or anything for me to make videos on or talk about, or if you just have questions because you missed me, well, ask away, because I've probably missed you too. But anyways, yeah, shall see you guys at the next one. That felt good.